Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Joe, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite Mexican beers, and that is Dos Equis. And before we get started, I just want to introduce you to my little buddy, Luke. He's a good boy, so he's going to be hanging out with us today. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about this haul that I picked up today, and it's crazy, so stay tuned to the end. Alright, so we have one of my favorite beers, and that is Dos Equis. Let's go ahead and take a look. Crafted in Mexico. It's a cerveza, which is Mexican for beer. And Dos Equis. Lager Especial. Let's turn it around here. And it says here, crafted in Mexico in 1897. And originally called Siglo XX. To celebrate the arrival of the 20th century, Dos Equis Lager is an authentic Mexican cerveza brewed in the style of Pilsner lagers. It is known for its signature aroma and the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Salud. So yeah, when I'm really craving a Mexican beer, this is kind of my go-to. For some reason, I've never really gotten into Corona. I know a lot of people like Corona as far as Mexican beer goes, but it's always giving me a headache. I'm not really sure why, but I just feel dehydrated. I just feel like I have a headache, and this, I feel like Dos Equis is just a little bit more refreshing to me. But yeah, I love Dos Equis. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pop this open. I'm going to pour some of this out. And let's go ahead and try it out. So we got your standard, golden lager color here. So good. Yes. You know, what I like about Dos Equis compared to Corona is it's a Mexican beer, but it also tastes like an American beer. So it's kind of like in between. You can drop a little slice of lime in it, and, it gives you that Mexican flavor, but if you drink it on its own, it tastes like a lager, like just a regular American lager. And I've always liked that about Dos Equis. It doesn't have that overbearing Mexican flavor. Yeah, I love Dos Equis. I've tried the red amber version of it, and it's got like a certain sweetness to it that I don't particularly care for. But I always reach for the Dos Equis, the green label, just their plain Lager Especial. But yeah. This is my review of Dos Equis. I hope you all enjoyed it, and stay tuned for part 2 as I do my haul video. Alright guys, so today I was out driving around, and I was going to some of my, regular places that I stop when I'm out, just craving some new movies. So the first place that I went to was my local Goodwill. Some of you all know that I'm a big time VHS collector. I think I just collect VHS tapes out of nostalgia. But kind of my overall goal is that I want to get some VHS tapes together that are not commonly available on DVD or Blu-ray. Some of these more obscure titles, and then I want to transfer them to DVD. So that's kind of been my goal, and along the way I just kind of picked up some movies that I haven't seen before, or maybe I don't have them in my collection, so it's really cheap to get them on VHS for like 25 cents a pop. So anyways, I stopped at my local Goodwill, and I've done this several times. They got several big bins full of just a shit ton of VHS tapes. So while I was there, I went crazy and picked up a whole bunch of movies that I haven't seen in a long time, or maybe I own them, but hell, 25 cents for a VHS tape, I can't pass it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and just throw these out there and kind of just go over what I got. So, one of the first ones that I picked up, The Matrix, the first one. I already own this on Blu-ray, but I couldn't pass it up. 25 cents for The Matrix. Pretty cool pickup. Jurassic Park 3. I own the other two VHS tapes, so I wanted to add the third one to my collection. So now I got it. Classic from when I was a little kid, and that is Home Alone. Now this isn't the original case. It looks like they, cut up the cardboard sleeve and they put it in one of these like, hard VHS rental cases, which I don't really mind. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Home Alone. Love this movie as a little kid, so I'll probably watch it at some point. And I don't own it in my collection, so that's kind of cool. All right, one of my favorite Schwarzenegger films, and that is Commando. Pretty cool pickup. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, and I don't own it on Blu-ray or DVD, so yeah, that was a steal for me. 25 cents. All right, a 2 VHS release. So VHS 1 and VHS 2, The Braveheart. So I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I don't own it in my collection, so I picked it up on VHS. Another cool movie that I don't own in my collection, and that is The Mask of Zorro. So I've seen this before, but it's been a really long time, so it's kind of a cool pickup for me. I own this in several formats, but what I'm doing is I'm putting together a basically Star Wars VHS collection, and for 25 cents, it's arguably one of the weakest entries in the Star Wars franchise, but like I said, I'm putting together a Star Wars VHS collection, so I had to add this. Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And it's the outer casing is pretty beat up, but the VHS looks to be in very good condition, so 25 cents. Hell, can't pass it up. Alright, so I own the majority of the other Star Trek films on VHS, so I saw this, and it's one of the ones that I didn't own, as Star Trek 6. The Undiscovered Country. So I'm kind of putting together a little Star Trek collection. I'm not a big, I'm not Trekkie, and I'm not like a big Star Trek fan. And that's pretty much because I never really got into it. I never really watched the film. So I'm kind of slowly getting into them, and maybe I'll end up liking them. But yeah, Star Trek 6. Here's a movie that I've never seen before. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it, and I'm interested to watch it. And I didn't know that it was a Stephen King film. So it's based off of a Stephen King, like a short story that he wrote. Secret Window, Johnny Depp. So this is a blind buy. I've never seen this movie. 25 cents, I figured I'd check it out. Alright. Now this is a classic movie that's been adapted from one of my favorite books as a kid growing up. And I remember reading this book in 2nd grade in elementary school, and that is Indian in the Cupboard. Awesome, awesome book. Awesome movie. If you haven't seen this yet, if you have, you're going to relive your childhood. If you've read the book, you have to go out and see this movie. I know it's a kid's movie, but I read the book as a kid like 1,000,000 times, and I remember seeing the movie when it came out. I love this movie. Had to add it to my collection. I already owned like the clamshell big box for this on VHS, and this one I didn't own the cardboard box for it, so I might add this next to my other clamshell VHS that I own. All right, so that was my first stop. I picked up 10 VHS tapes at 25 cents a piece. So basically $2.40 is what I spent, and some tax. Yeah, I love VHS tapes because you can get them for dirt cheap. You can watch these movies that you've never seen before. Some of them you may not own on DVD or Blu-ray, so you get to watch them for real cheap. I've got like a little 13-inch VHS TV combo, and I picked it up real cheap at one of my local thrift stores. And to be honest with you, it looks pretty good. For it being VHS tape, the TV that I have looks good. So sometimes, what I do is if I'm working on doing something on my computer, I've got my TV VHS combo right next to me, and I kind of work on my stuff and kind of just look over and watch the movies. Kind of what I do. Sometimes I'll just kind of sit back in my office chair and just watch the movie if I'm taking a break from some of my work, or maybe I'm editing a movie. I'm editing a YouTube video, and I'm just taking a little break, and I look over and just, watch one of these movies that I have planned. So yeah, that's why I like VHS tape. It's real cheap. Yeah. Anyways, let's just dive into what I did after I left the Goodwill. So I ended up going about 30 minutes into town. So in the city that I live in, there's not really too much, so I had to travel pretty far to do some shopping. So the first place that I hit up was Best Buy. And Best Buy has been surprising the hell out of me lately. They've had a lot of good releases. They've had Scream Factory titles, and usually the Scream Factory titles they've been selling there are like $5 or $6 cheaper than what you'd pay on Amazon, and definitely a lot cheaper than what you'd pay directly from Scream Factory. So there was one film in particular that I was looking for, and I had called the store, and they told me they had it in stock, so I was like, I'm going there and getting it. But anyways, I picked up, let's see, 6 Blu-rays while I was there, and a couple of these are for my girlfriend, and she's a huge fan of this particular franchise. And I love my girlfriend to death, and she supports me 100% with my YouTube channel, so I like to give back to her. She's super supportive, and I love her to death, and I want to do anything I can for her. So, and plus, I've never really been a big fan of this franchise, so I kind of wanted to get her some films that we could watch together, and she's been really wanting to watch these films, so I picked them up. And I couldn't believe this when I got them. They were $6.99 each. Blew my freaking mind. I was like, this is a steal. I had to pick it up. First one, the Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Alright, so that's the Blu-ray Digital HD. Pretty cool. Got the DVD as well. Second one, and I don't even know if these aren't yet. Okay, this is they're in order. I picked up the second one, and I'm sorry, I don't even know the titles. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. So I picked up the second one. And I picked up the third one, Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End. And I picked up the fourth one, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I couldn't find the new one that just got released, I think last year, the end of last year. And I was looking to get all 5 of them so that way she could have the whole collection. But anyways, I got the first 4 of them on Blu-ray, so at least her and I can sit down and watch these films. I think the only one that I've actually seen out of these is the Curse of the Black Pearl a long time ago. Like I think it was like 2003 when this movie came out. I saw that. The other ones I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never watched them through the end. She's been begging me to watch these films with her, and we really don't want to, shell out the money to order these on, and stream them. So I figured, hell, if we're gonna watch these, we might as well own them because she loves these films. So I picked all 4 of them up. $6.99 a piece at Best Buy. So if you are a Pirates of the Caribbean fan, go and get these. I'd be hard pressed to be able. I don't think you're ever going to find all 4 of these films, Blu-ray DVD combos, all 4 of them $6.99 a piece. I don't think they'll ever get this cheap. So if you're looking for them, you want to add them to your collection, go to Best Buy as soon as you can. Alright, now, I am a huge Resident Evil fan. I have all the Resident Evil movies on Blu-ray. I own some of them on DVD. So before I got the Blu-rays, I bought them on DVD. This is the first time that I'm going to watch a CGI Resident Evil movie. I loved the video games as a kid. So naturally, when the movies came out, I started watching the movies. I loved them. And I see kind of the CGI. I keep on seeing these CGI movies in the store. But I've always passed them up because I'm like, I don't know if I'm really going to be into the whole CGI thing. But I've read a lot of reviews and people say they're pretty cool. They follow more closely to the video games than the movies do. So I know the storylines from the video games, so I definitely, I'll be into watching them. But yeah, this is the 3-movie combo. It's got Resident Evil Vendetta, Resident Evil Damnation, and Resident Evil Degeneration. And it was $10 at Best Buy. So I am going to go ahead and watch these tonight. So I'll probably watch like 1 or 2 of them tonight. This is what I'm going to watch. And I'm super excited to watch these. I love the Resident Evil franchise. And I'm just super stoked to add this to my collection. I've been wanting to watch these forever. I just never gotten around to buying them. $9.99, you can't beat that for 3 of them on Blu-ray. Alright. Now, this is the one that I went to Best Buy intentionally to get. I called the store. I knew they had them because I've seen other people's reviews on YouTube, and I was like, you know what, I need to get this while it's dirt cheap. I paid $14.99 for this, and that is the collector's edition of The Strangers. I own this currently, I guess the only release that's ever been on Blu-ray. I own the original Blu-ray release of this. I love this film. I remember the first time I saw this, I picked it up at Walmart maybe like a year or so after it had been released theatrically, and it went to Blu-ray. I picked it up. Heard some things about it. I heard it was a scary as hell film. Basically, for people that haven't seen this film, this movie, I literally lost like two nights worth of sleep over this film when I saw it for the first time. I remember I was sitting in my apartment. This was probably like, I don't know how long this movie's been out. I guess probably about 10 years ago, okay? I was sitting in my apartment by myself at nighttime, and the whole movie starts off, and basically they say this is based on true events. So these movies that are based on true events, they scare the living shit out of me because there's that unknown factor, like, this could happen to you. This could happen to anybody, okay? So you got that thrown in there. They got this really creepy music in the movie. But yeah, I watched this movie in the dark, and I don't get scared very easily. I mean, I grew up at the VHS store, renting movies and stuff. I was watching gory films, you know, slashers when I was a little kid. So it takes a lot to get me scared. But this movie, the creepiness to it is off the charts. Hands down, one of the freaking scariest movies I've ever seen. If you haven't seen this movie before, you have to watch it. You might want to be with somebody the first time you watch it because it's pretty scary, I'm not going to lie. After you've seen it the first time, though, the scare factor is gone. It's really only the first time you see it. But yeah, I had to pick it up. When I found out that Scream Factory was going to release it, it was a no-brainer. I had to get it. I've held off from getting it because there's other things that I wanted to buy. I was lucky to get it at Best Buy for $14.99, and it was the only copy they had left. So I'm glad that I got it. Yeah, I'm super stoked. I can't wait to add this. Put this on the shelf with the rest of my Scream Factory titles. Alright. Now, the last place I always go to is FYE. Because FYE, there's a couple things that annoy me about FYE. FYE always plays the most annoying music every time I'm in there. And there's always a bunch of screaming kids. I'm trying to look through the movies, I'm trying to look through the DVDs, and there's always some annoying music playing, and there's always a bunch of screaming kids in the store. It's like these people drag their kids in the store, and they don't know how to discipline their kids, and they let their kids, like, it's like a free-for-all, okay? But anyway, so I try to avoid FYE for that simple fact. I've always liked FYE. They have a good selection. But the second thing that annoys me is the insane prices of their movies. Literally, if I walk into FYE and I haven't bought movies in a long time, it's almost like I have to handcuff myself. Otherwise, I'm going to walk out of there spending like $300. So, with that being said, I try to hit up some other places before I go to FYE, so that way I can kind of like spend a little bit of money, and then by the time I get to FYE, I'm content. I don't feel the need to buy anything else. So I went to FYE last, and I picked up 3 different things. Alright. I'm getting super excited here. But I'm going to cut into some of the things I picked up. So, I've been hesitating on this movie for a while. I love this film. I passed it up when it originally got released with its limited edition run, but they re-released it without the extra stuff, and I picked it up. I finally picked it up, and that is Reanimator. I freaking love this movie, okay? I love the Reanimator trilogy. I can't wait to get the other ones. I'm super stoked to have this in my collection. I finally got it. They had it marked up for $34.99 originally. That's insane, okay? This thing doesn't go for more than, $20, $22 on Amazon. direct from the Arrow website is probably like $25, and they got it marked up to $34.99. So I saw that they had it on sale for $22.99. I said, hell, this is probably the cheapest that FYE is ever going to sell this thing for. So I picked it up. Then, this is another steal, which I was completely surprised that I found this. I was just kind of, digging through their little, bargain bin thing that they always have. And they had this originally priced for $9.99. I love this movie. I'm a huge Stallone fan. And this was marked down to $3.99 on sale. Cobra. Oh my god, I love this film. $3.99. $3.99. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Yeah. I'm so excited to add this to my collection. $3.99. Blows my mind. Yeah, I love this film. It doesn't look like there's any special features other than the commentary and the theatrical trailer, but I couldn't pass it up for the movie. Alright. Now, this is like the grand finale of my haul. This is the... When I found this, I was like, alright, I've got everything I want today. I'm satisfied. I don't really need to buy anything else. I'm getting ready to go home. Kind of just, doing a double take through the store. Really wasn't looking for anything. I was just kind of checking out to see what they had. And lo and behold, in the far distant corner where they keep like their TV show collections and like their movie box sets, way on the top shelf, I seen this and I almost dropped the load of my pants, okay? The freaking Nightmare on Elm Street collection, the definitive box set, okay? Now I know this set has been out for a long ass time, but oh my god, I had this, I originally bought this a long time ago. I think it was like 12 years ago. I bought this when it first got out. There goes my dog in front of the camera. Luke? What are you doing? Alright, so he's basically photobombing us. Anyways, so I bought this probably about a year after it got released. I remember I picked it up at Circuit City, okay? Circuit City doesn't even exist anymore. I bought it at Circuit City. I was like 19 years old. I was really dumb at the time, and my idea of collecting is completely different than my idea of collecting now. Back then, I was just basically collecting for the movie. I didn't care about the value of adding this stuff to my collection. So what I would do was, I would take them out of the boxes, I'd throw away the boxes, and then I'd put them in one of those little, folio cases. So I'd have them all in the folio case. And part of the reason I did that was because I was in the Navy at the time, and I was very limited on space, so I just basically threw away the cases, didn't give a shit about it, and put it in the foil thing. So when I seen this on the shelf, still sealed, for $29.99, I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Oh man, this box set is just awesome. I know it's on DVD, and I own it on Blu-ray. I've got several versions of it on Blu-ray. Just to have it again in the original boxes, it's like I made a mistake in the past, but now I've got it again, and I'm not even planning on opening this shit. I'm just gonna leave it right in the plastic. It's going to be a display piece on my case. Man, I am so excited to have this. I just loved the raised. I know it's got a lot of reflection because it's in the sleeve. But yeah, take a look at this. Let me bring this up here real quick so y'all can see it. Alright, just take a look at that. I know you've all probably seen this before, but my god. They just don't make box sets like they used to. They've gotten real cheap on them. And it's got a couple small little tears here. Let's see where they're at. Like one down here. But yeah, still sealed. Huh, I couldn't pass it up. I had to get it. So anyways, and the last thing that kind of happened, and I was just ready to get out of the store. I was ready to go home. I couldn't wait to come home and do this review. So I go to the register, right? I put the stuff that I get on the counter, and the first thing I tell the lady, I said, look, I'm a movie collector. This is in this original wrapping. It's never been opened before. Can you please be careful with it? And this lady's like slamming it up and down on the countertop. I mean, she's just going crazy with it. It's like when I said that to her, she was intentionally trying to be... Yeah, I'm not even going to go there, I'm not going to say it, but she was intentionally being the B word. But anyways, I was like, she was putting it in the bag, and I grabbed it from her after I'd already paid for it, and I put it in the bag. I was like, lady, you are not touching this anymore. But, yeah. God, I can't wait to put this on my shelf. I'm going to have to watch the Nightmare on Elm Street films again tonight. After getting this, I just owe it to myself to rewatch these films. And like I said, I already own these, and I actually still have the DVDs that came in the original cases that I bought, and I have them in my little folio thing. But to own them again with the boxes, I just love the design of this. Yeah. I am so excited. But anyways, guys, that's what I picked up today. It was a very eventful day for me. I'm just happy to add all this stuff to my collection. Hope you all enjoyed it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you like what you see, like my content, please become a subscriber. Any support would help me out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as a reminder, I am still doing my 100 subscriber giveaway. So at the end of the month, or whenever I get 100 subscribers, I am going to basically give away 4 movies. I'm giving away The Shallows. I'm giving away Prometheus on 4K. I'm giving away the Scream Factory Collector's Edition of Misery. And there was one more film. Oh, and then The Lost Boys, which is one of my favorite films. So yeah, if you want to be enrolled in that giveaway, you need to give it a thumbs up on this video or one of my other videos. You need to drop a comment in the comment section, and you need to be one of my subscribers. Alright guys, hope you all enjoy this video. Until next time, take it easy.